I'm doing this rehearsal today in studio at Center for Creative Arts, where all of the students, 20 of them, are on their home screens, and we did this rehearsal via Zoom. The singing actually is one of the biggest spreaders of germs, so musicals are out right now. It's a sad time for live theater. The virus has really taken its toll, I think, on that creative aspect of my life. So, technically speaking, it's a real challenge because the students hear the music a beat behind what we're hearing in my home or in the studio or wherever. So I'm watching them dance a beat behind the music, which is, that's happened in the past, but the cameras were flipped, the image was flipped today. So if I raised my right hand on the camera, it looked like I was raising my left hand on the screen, It's a tricky one. There's a mic that hooks onto me that has some little secret beam that goes to the camera, that the camera is supposed to follow me via the signal that's coming from this mic, so that when I move around the room, I'm always in the frame or in the picture. Today that didn't happen. Like everybody in this country has done for almost a year, we find ways to make things work. The Choo Choo Kids normally have a fall show, which we didn't get to do this year. Then they're all usually in the high school musical, which takes place generally in February. That's not happening. And then in the spring, like right before school is out, like late April, early May, the Choo Choo Kids do another small musical with just the group. So those things have fallen by the wayside. I think audiences hopefully have hungered for live theater, live performances. Hopefully the audiences will come back to the theater, come back to your dance concerts.
When I create art, I do it for me. It's healing for me. I think a byproduct of that is you get to create something that is unique to your fingerprint, to who you are as a human being. And if you go deep enough in the well, you'll get to a place where you'll be able to reach people in a deep way, because everyone gets scared, everyone wants to feel loved, everyone feels sadness. If you go deep enough, you'll get to a common place. I was looking at how much work I created during that time. I think I made it was 65 paintings during Corona, when it was at, the height in 2020. There's more people in the house looking at walls, and they're like, you know what? We've kind of been neglecting this space because we've been outside. Like the sunrise is beautiful, right? And it's painted by the greatest artists, but there's a lot of people that miss it. You miss a lot of beauty. And I think with us having to be still, it made people put a larger priority on beautifying their space, It's like a form of alchemy, man. It takes something that's bad and you can play with it and start to understand it. Doesn't mean it isn't bad still. You can just process it in a different way. Like, oh, you know what? All right, okay, I see how we gotta move. During a pandemic, nobody really cares about your watch or the diamonds. They're like, all right, this is crazy. We've never dealt with this. Everyone's buying toilet paper. Well, I guess we gotta get some toilet paper. Let's get some masks. You got an extra mask? Do you have, it's just, so I took toilet paper and masks that I used during the pandemic, and I attached it to the canvas, and I put the diamonds on there too, just to show that there was a time when the mask and the tissue and all of that were more valuable than the diamonds. Whatever moves me in that moment after the pandemic, I'm sure is going to be full of a lot of light and love and gratefulness and thankfulness. I think, but I don't know. These two paintings are taken from a Latin phrase that one hand washes the other, both wash the face. Just meaning that we can do more together than we can alone. I'm too much of a people person, man. Yeah, I call COVID. I had a fever for a day, and then it went away. For us, it wasn't too bad. I know for a lot of others that, it hits them a lot harder.
My COVID story is the same as every artist. We watch our business evaporate in the course of 6 weeks. It's an orchestra. The art form is, 60 to 100 people on stage working together, and that's just not possible right now. I'm actually really proud of our orchestra here. We are, one of very few in Tennessee who have made some sort of season out of the situation. So the symphony has streamed some stuff live. I think we did a concert in early December that was streamed live. And of course, a lot of orchestras in the nation are doing this, and we're all trying to work out the kinks of how to do this, particularly for something that most orchestras in this nation have not prioritized. Moving my lessons to online and somewhat in person for COVID has been challenging. I have lost a number of my students. The online platform that we have available, everyone uses Zoom a lot for lessons, but there are multiple ones. It's great in that you can do it from your own house. My student today was actually working in Asheville, so we could maintain a less weekly schedule, and that's fantastic. But it's very limited. Internet connectivity is what it is. I have great internet here, but you have no idea what they have on their end. You have no idea what hardware they have on their end. And so sometimes there are delays that are awkward. The one thing I notice a lot is a rebound of sound. So it's an echo, so I'll play something and then I'll hear it coming back to me through their speakers, which is kind of obnoxious. And then trying to do like if I try to do metronome work for them, like if I'm keeping time, there's a delay, it's not working. And then the most essential thing and most rewarding thing is it doesn't work to actually play with them online. Being able to play together so that they can really feel in real time what I mean and what I think the music is trying to say. I mean, I would like for us to go back to larger things, but I think that's going to take time. I got into this business to play with big ensembles, and I really miss it these days. But it's fine, I think the arts sector will bounce back. It will just be maybe the last sector that bounces back, which is typical. It would be helpful if, as we come out of this, that people remember that these organizations, these artists, these venues in town have been waiting for over a year, some of us. So when it's right for you, when it feels right to you, come back out, invest in your community and invest in your community artists, because if you want an art scene in your town, it takes the efforts of the audience as much as it takes the efforts of the artist.